Yeah, hi there. This is Michael Buckhoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and let's take a look at the message from Reyhaneh. You say, "Dear Michael, hi," and I say, "How are you?" You say, "I am Reyhaneh. I found you from YouTube, TOEFL iBT. I am planning to take a test on January 29th, 2011. Previously, I took the PBT, and you mean here paper-based TOEFL test. You got 503, but now you need to get at least 80 to enter the PhD program. Unfortunately, I have no time to be prepared well. Would you please get me a direction to be prepared in a little time? I am free and I can study all the day. I am very anxious because everything is dependent on my TOEFL score. Best regards, Reyhaneh." Okay, so let me translate some things here, make sure I understand what you're saying. So you got 503. I'm seeing this number here, but you need 80. But what you're saying is on the paper-based TOEFL, you need 550. And if you take your 503 and you translate that into the internet-based TOEFL, it'd be approximately 61 or 62. Okay, can I help you? Yes. Now, the problem is your time factor. You say January 29th. I'm looking at my computer right now, and it's telling me the date January 16th. So you're saying you have 13 days to go either 20 points on the internet-based TOEFL, or you want to go 47 points higher on the paper-based TOEFL in 13 days. Let me give you an example. Okay, by my own hobby, I'm a distance runner. And what that means is I like to run marathons. I like to run 10,000 meter and 5,000 meter races. Now, if you come to me and say, "Michael, I want to run a marathon next month," and then I ask you, "Well, have you done any training beforehand?" You say, "No." My answer is, no, I cannot do that. So I'm going to be honest with you here. I love to have customers, and I would certainly love to have you, but I'm not going to lie to you. Can I help you improve 20 points or 50 points in the TOEFL PBT in 13 days? I cannot say yes for sure. I can definitely help you, but you got a long ways to go here. This is not something that you can do in 13 days, but let me give you some recommendations, and I can give you an idea of the time frame. The good news is from what you're telling me, you need 80, but you did not give me any specific requirements for speaking or writing. Now, some students say, "Hey, Michael, I need to get 26 points on the speaking. I need 24 points on the writing." You haven't said any of that. You just said 80. Which might be possible, right? We want to go from about 62 to 80 in 13 days. But here are my recommendations. I have two recommendations for you right now. And the one recommendation depends on what your pronunciation is right now. Because remember, when you're taking the TOEFL, if you have some pronunciation problems, that can interfere in your overall TOEFL speaking score. So if you do have pronunciation problems, I recommend that you use my Speak Clearly subscription service. It's for non-native speakers of American English. I have 47 different video lessons to help you improve how quickly you can speak, how clearly you can speak. I can make it so you can be easier understood from other people, and particularly the TOEFL iBT human raters who will listen to you. Now, can you make substantial improvements in 13 days? I don't know. Some students need my service for 3 or 4 months before their pronunciation is at the level that's acceptable for the TOEFL iBT human raters, but I would recommend that. My second recommendation is that you purchase my 7-step system to pass the TOEFL test. It has 7 steps beginning with vocabulary. So here's how it works. Vocabulary is the first step. You have a series of lessons in the vocabulary area. that help you improve your overall vocabulary so you can do better on the reading, on the speaking, the writing, and the listening sections of the test. I recommend that once you purchase my 7-step system, it gives you 24 lessons to help you improve your TOEFL iBT skills. Start with vocabulary. You need to go through that step first. There's 4 lessons. The problem is, even a good student, a very motivated student, it takes about 4 weeks to go through the first step. But I'm being honest with you. I mean, I can tell from your 503 TOEFL that you need vocabulary. You need to do better in that area. That's why I'm recommending that you go through my vocabulary lessons first. It goes from vocabulary to grammar, and then pronunciation, and then we get into the reading, listening, writing, and the speaking lessons. Remember, my speaking lessons are the 7th step of my 7-step system because it's the hardest. You have to take everything that you've learned in my first 6 steps of my program, and then you apply that to your speaking, and then you can actually do quite well. So those would be my recommendations, is to subscribe to my Speak Clearly service first, and second, get my 7-step system to pass the TOEFL test, and then you can begin working on your TOEFL skills. So good luck to you. And a good idea for you is, it's not a bad idea. You'll notice when you go to my website at bettertoeflscores.com, there are students every day who practice their writing and their speaking. I've created a discussion group where you can post your practice speaking responses. Also, directly at the password protected pages of your writing lessons, you can post some of the your writing practice, and I will give you an idea of where you score right now and why. Now, you might not be happy with the score I give you, but I'm being honest with you, and I'm letting you know where you are now, because that way you can have an idea about what kinds of things you need to do to improve yourself. Alrighty? Does that make sense? Again, regards to you, and thank you for your email and your question.